COVID is here and we suffer in the grip of this. Finding a remedy can be so serendipitous. Scientists search feverishly for an antidote. What if the answer comes in our note?
Ronit, I can't believe it. A group of 145 Haredi in Bnei Brak gathered for a Purim celebration, and afterward no one came down with COVID. We didn't know what to make of it, so we examined every variable, individual health records, environmental variables such as seating, ventilation, food served. In the end, we found only one thing that was different from previous gatherings.
What was that?
Oznai Haman, Hamentaschen. It was Purim, and they served poppy, apricot, and prune varieties. So we procured a supply of 24 Hamentaschen and took some to the lab and investigated. Well, by the time we got to the lab, we only had a dozen left, but that was sufficient for our investigation. We found that the SARS-CoV-2 virus weakened significantly when exposed to Hamentaschen.
Is that possible?
Well, the mechanism isn't entirely clear, but our theory is that the triangular shape of the pastries causes the filling to congeal in a certain way during the baking process. The resultant gluey, glutinous filling material coats the spike proteins in a way that prevents them from coming attached to anything. Now we have human trials underway, and the results so far are promising.
Once the word got out from the Holy Land, everywhere West Europe is in high demand. Folks want to hear from Seattle to the Miami, from the White House and the CDC.
Dr. Fauci, the approval only applies to apricot, poppy, and prune Hamentaschen. What about other varieties?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. We only have data supporting 3 flavors. There are phase 3 trials going on now. Merck with raspberry, Johnson & Johnson with chocolate. When we have the results, we'll review them and then make a determination.
Dr. Fauci, in December of last year, you issued a statement praising latkes, which went viral at the time. This was a time when the merits of latkes versus Hamentaschen were being debated. Now you're recommending Hamentaschen. How do you explain the sudden turnaround, and why should we trust this recommendation?
The pandemic is a moving target, and as new scientific knowledge emerges, we revise our recommendations. Back in December 2020, at the height of the surge, with the virus out of control, we saw potential benefit in a food associated with the miracle of Hanukkah. Today, new scientific discoveries are leading us to Hamentaschen. Our expert panel carefully reviewed all of the Hamentaschen data, and you can quote me that it's not chopped liver.
Dr. Fauci, how do you respond to the claim by Marjorie Taylor Greene and others on social media that the Hamentaschen are part of a Jewish plot to poison the people of America?
If the Jewish people wanted to poison us, why Hamentaschen? When they have so many traditional foods available that would do the job so much better.
Once the White House gave the recommendation, now comes the challenge of mass dissemination. How to ensure that folks throughout the nation get the proper dose of the Purim medication.
In the past, access to protective equipment, tests, and vaccines has been a major problem. How can we be sure that there will be sufficient supplies where and when people need them?
The government has ordered 300 million Hamentaschen, 100 million from Pfizer, 100 million from Moderna, and 100 million from Manischewitz. People won't have to go to a clinic. They'll be able to get Hamentaschen at familiar neighborhood locations.
Oh, phew.
Hi, I'm here for my 10:30 Hamentaschen appointment.
Okay, have a seat, please. Are you allergic to any medications or pastries?
No.
Do you require a gluten-free Hamantasch?
Well, I would actually prefer a gluten-free apricot Hamentasch. Brown around the edges that has been warmed for 9 seconds in the microwave.
I'll see what I can do for you. Have you fainted after eating a pastry?
No, once I practically plotzed after eating a piece of strudel.
Practically plots doesn't count. Here's your Hamantasch. Let me get it for you.
I'll also have a venti-sized latte.
I'll see what I can do.
And so the sticky filling smothered the deadly spike. It caused the dread COVID virus